Hello and welcome back to another video with me, Meoni, for Final Fantasy XIV. This is yet another wonderful housing item added in patch 5.4. As we get closer to patch 5.41, I want to get basically all of these done before then, so that's why you're seeing quite a lot of these housing videos on the channel, but we'll have some more variety coming soon. So what I wanted to look at today is the Rose Trellis, which is a new level 80 alchemy craft. You don't need to be a specialist or anything like that. It's just a basic level 80 craft using 3 lignum vitae lumber, 2 old rose seeds, and 2 growth formula kappa with a recommended craftsmanship of 1866, which is very easily obtainable. So let's actually get this cracking and make one. Right then, with that crafted and in our inventory, we'll have a look at this furnishing item together. It is of course a dyeable item. So yeah, it says, keeps even the wildest of roses neatly organized. Obviously a reference there to the wild rose. So let's have a look then, see exactly what this looks like in the house. I have a feeling it's going to be a large one, but I again have not had the time to look at any of these items, so I'm completely approaching this new as though I was yourself. Let's plop this one down and see what it looks like. Oh wow, that's actually a lot larger than I expected. Wow, look how tall that is. That's pretty amazing. So this is actually the same height as the ceiling height of a normal house then. Interesting. That's pretty good. That's good to know. That's useful for all manner of things and isn't going to be annoying because it doesn't reach the ceiling. Very cool. I can see this being used already for decorative purposes of running trellising up areas indoors. A lot of people like to make nature-based background areas. I've seen people make entire jungles inside their rooms. So this is no doubt going to be a very welcome addition. The thing that's on my mind, that's probably on yours, is which part is dyeable. It's actually the roses themselves. So we can have black roses, look. We can have white roses. Wow, ruby red roses look pretty good, don't they? Some Dalamud. Yellow roses. It's quite a nice variety of different dye options there on the flowers. Looks pretty good. Something for everybody. This could help it blend into most areas as well. I like that. That's quite a nice selection of dye options. Of course, with the natural being red with the slight pink on a couple of them. Very cool. I like this. Of course, you're not going to be able to use this in like freestanding areas like this without it looking a little bit unusual. It is, however, a physical item. So I suppose that we could put lofts, you could put this on the edge of lofts maybe, make it look like the lofts are, growing, trellising and roses up them or something. I'll show you what I mean. So you could put, for example, if you put a partition and then you put your loft, say for instance you have a loft upstairs, that looks quite cool actually. I can imagine that working to the same height. Because a lot of the problem with lofts is that it always looks a little bit like they're not being supported. A lot of people have drawn that conclusion that it looks a little bit odd. Like something's not being, like the actual loft itself isn't being supported that well. And there are beams, but they're not that great. There's nothing too vertical. So this could actually work towards that. Make like a partition with some of these trellisings. I really like this item. It has a lot of usability in it. It dyes really well and is relatively affordable. There's nothing particularly difficult about the rose trellis in the crafting materials here. A lot of people are selling these very highly on the market board, but the actual individual components aren't that bad. And for a level 80 basic alchemy craft, this could make you quite a bit of gil. Or conversely won't after the subsequent release of this video, but very interesting, very nice decorative item. I'm glad we didn't miss this one off the list. I usually have a habit of missing a couple accidentally off of the preview videos each patch, but this one's actually quite exceptional. Let me know if you've got one of these already, or a bunch of them, and what you plan to do with them. I would love to see some examples, and I'm sure I will be seeing a lot of these going forward into nature-filled environments. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all next time. What an awesome item. It's a shame we can't dye the wood as well, though, but can't have it both ways, I suppose.